And we are live. Welcome to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 324. Today is Wednesday, hump day. Today is Wednesday, January 16th, and I am Bitcoin Zay, running solo today. So it will be the Gentleman of Crypto. Give it a little second for everybody to come in here. Definitely glad to see you all. Tessa, how you doing? Crypto Ty, what's going on, brother? Sorry we couldn't catch you while you were out here, and I know we were running around. You was, doing whatever. It's all good though. We'll catch up. How you doing, Crypto Q? P-Man Van, how you doing, man? Tonio in the house, Jizzy Mac, and everybody coming in on Facebook. Oh yeah, appreciate you. What's up, man? So got a couple news stories for you today. A few good ones. Kind of a slow news day. It's all good though. However, I do want to shout out to everybody who is participating in the Cryptic Coin 100,000 Cryptic Coin lottery. If you are participating, we'll have those questions for you at the end of today. It'll be running until Friday. So for everybody tuning in, I just want to let you make sure that we are having this lottery for 100,000 Cryptic Coins. So make sure you stick around in order to see how to win. So let's jump into the top news story of the day. Not necessarily news, however, it is a big day as far as the anniversary for Bitconnect. Bitconnect 1 year anniversary. Oh yeah, Bitconnect. There we go. Some of the people that have been in this space for a while, they've seen Bitconnect grow from the ICO days all the way to where it was discovered it was a scam by a large amount of people. All the way to the promoters that were doing it with Bitcoin Trade and some of the other guys. But it is the 1 year anniversary since the largest Ponzi scheme in crypto history was taken down. Bitconnect, like we said before, was an obvious scam to us. To a few people, not as much. However, anytime you promise returns for anything, it doesn't matter if it's commodities, crypto, if they investment, if they promise you returns, it's usually a scam. Bitconnect was actually priced at about $400 at its peak, and it went down to about $30 in a few hours once Bitconnect was taken down as a website. And now today, the price somehow is still holding around 50 cents. There are still people who are trying to buy Bitconnect, probably mostly bots though. So good old Bitconnect, man. This is definitely a big part of history. We always like to shout out things that happen in the crypto world, whether it's good, whether it's bad. It's all a part of the game. So good old Bitconnect. Let's see what people got to say. Oh yeah, Canadian crypto. What's up? That I don't think that'll ever go away in crypto history. Our kids and grandkids will be looking at us like we're crazy. Like what were y'all doing back in the day? I mean, it seems regular to us, but when y'all first started, y'all wow. So let's see. Let's see what else we got. Tesla Hall. Yeah, Carlos Matos. He's still out here. He's still on Twitter somewhere. I don't know exactly. So, and Harold George, yeah, poor big head Craig. Yeah, like I said, he was doing like reviews in the woods. I don't know what was going on. It was some reports of sharing a Miami condo. I don't know. But all I know is 1 year since Bitconnect was taken down. Definitely a big day for a lot of people, simply because if you saw Bitconnect when it came out and you were saying it was a scam, people were basically mad at you. They were like, why would you not let me make money? And I said, well, do what you want to do. But all of those people eventually thanked me for telling them that, because they couldn't see it like we could. So seen a lot of these scams. Glad to see the biggest one in crypto history go down. And today is its 1 year anniversary. So moving forward, another top story. Crypto funded Brave browser is about to start paying users to view ads. So yes, you, the user, will get paid to watch the ads that you so desperately want to get rid of. I remember when YouTube was first starting out, it was the best thing ever, because it was like, finally, I can just watch shows, watch stuff without any interruption with ads. Of course, that has changed the past few years. So in lieu of that, when people watching ads, Brave has taken it upon themselves that they will begin replacing advertising on the web with its own advertising deemed privacy respecting. Users can opt in to see up to 20 ads per day. And after the release of this version, users will receive 70% of the revenue from the ads they view. So definitely a great way to get users to use your platform, because, hey, you can get paid for it. And if you can do 20 ads a day, the ads, I don't know how much you make per ad. However, if you can do 20 per day, that's pretty good for, just to be able to look at ads. And if you watch, like I watch, a lot of podcasts all day. It's basically running in the background all day. It's at least 20 ads that have been, I've had to click skip or it goes through. So that is nothing new. However, shout out to Brave. Here it says advertising remains the steadiest model simply because advertisers, they pay straight up. That's how people make their money. And across mediums, a superior model to advertising has yet to emerge. Advertising allows companies to pay the cost of the content providers. It is the oldest model of providing free or discounted content. Brave actually blocks ads, so you only see the ads you want to see. And, from my opinion, that is where we're going. These forced ads on people, they're not going to last long because nobody wants to watch that shit. And on top of it, when you talk about getting on the web, being free, that's a hindrance, in my opinion. Even though people want to make money, it's one of those things where you can find a better way. It looks like Brave has found it. So shout out to them. Once again, if you want to support the gentlemen of crypto, you have to definitely, download the Brave browser. In my opinion, just for your own sake, just to have other options. Chrome is great. However, Brave, to me, is looking like the future. So let's see what we got in here. Let's see. Harold George, 70% is a good incentive. Oh, yeah, definitely. And Antonio, this is definitely huge news because, like we said, the world is changing right in front of us. We can talk about crypto prices. We can talk about the industry. However, from the tech standpoint, the companies that are building, that you constantly see putting out stuff, BRD yesterday getting funding, Brave Wallet, we've championed these technological innovations simply because going into the future, these will be the companies that will be the Googles and the Facebooks. 20, 30 years from now, I can't predict the future. However, I'm pretty sure the same companies that are big now, it won't be only them 20, 30 years from now. So companies like this are something to look out for, definitely. Let's see what else we got here. Hola, Madam Crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see, Antonio. Zay, you got to recommend some podcasts you listen to? Oh, yeah, definitely. So as far as crypto podcasts, I'm not going to lie. The only person I actually really listen to is Crypto Blood. Crypto Blood, that's the reason we had him around. I can listen to him, every show, hour and a half. Most other ones kind of get, kind of boring. Plus, they tweet out half of the things they say anyway. So from a crypto standpoint, Crypto Blood is my favorite one. Overall, the best ones Joe Rogan's, of course, people like to watch that. I love it as well. Most of the ones I watch are comedians. Joey Diaz, Theo Von, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura. It's basically all the people that come on Joe Rogan, their own podcast, because these are pretty interesting people. That's basically what I listen to, comedians on podcasts and crypto stuff. So if you need to find some podcasts, those are good ones. Let's see, P-Man Van. It's the only sector you can make money in the music business. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And Jizzy Mac, Brave setting the table for getting paid to incentivize users. Oh, yeah. Definitely got to get it going because if you want people to stick around on your platforms after a while, people are going to want to get paid for it. And if you have a way for people to get paid, it's definitely going to bring people in. So shout out to Jill Zimmerman, Tony Jackson joining on Facebook. Thank you all for watching. Moving forward, shout out to Brave. A security report gives A or A- rating to 16% of major crypto exchanges. None get an A+. So nobody's perfect. However, the latest exchange security report from independent analysts at ICO Rating, which we'll take it with a grain of salt because it's independent analysts, they have given 16% of the world's biggest trading platforms an A rating and none of them A+. The analysis, which was published back in December 18th, actually ranked Kraken as an A, Robinhood, which was taken down as a scam, A, and Poloniex as an A-. One of the sites, we kind of don't mess with anymore. However, ICO Rating assessed 135 crypto trading platforms, all whose daily value or daily volume exceeded 100,000. So they weren't going for these super small accounts. This is a pretty old security thing. However, I do want to point it out just so that people know the types of attacks that do happen and the list of companies that were listed. So some of the attacks that happen: MITM attacks, Poodle, which is an attack that exploits browsers handling of encryption, and Heartbleed attacks. So if you are in security, these are three things that you could definitely look up as far as securing a exchange or securing your own browser. So protection against DDoS was more widespread because that's a very common way. DDoS attack, denial of service, is basically where they flooded with so much traffic that your site shuts down. That's a pretty common way for people to get, to affect people's sites. So pretty much everybody has that protection. But the rankings, they had Kraken #1, They had Robinhood number 2, Poloniex number 3 with an A-, BitMEX number 4 with an A-. Coinbase Pro was further down at number 9. That's pretty surprising, A-. Hit BTC at 13, Binance at 34, and the recently hacked exchange Cryptopia actually slid in at number 60 with a B. So like I said, you got to take these ratings with a grain of salt, because if you get a B for security, and this came out about a month ago, and then you get hacked, kind of convoluted. So let's see, Gemini number 84 slid in there, and then 95 Huobi. So once again, wanted to point this out just so you could look at some of the exchanges, how the security is looking. Kind of old report. However, it is good to bring up in lieu of this recent hack on Cryptopia. So yeah, and Jizzy Matt, yeah, Cryptopia is on this list. Like I said, this was probably a few weeks ago, probably about 3 weeks that they put this out. But I just wanted to reiterate it simply because you see security reports like this and you say, hey, okay, well, it must be secure. And then we go to the follow-up to the Cryptopia story from yesterday, which they got hacked. And now police are saying that Cryptopia was worth at least $3.6 million. Because remember, if you watched yesterday, they couldn't give us a number. They couldn't tell us, exactly how much was taken. They just said significant losses. And when you see Cryptopia ranked number 60 on security rankings, and you see that they get hacked shortly afterwards, it's kind of, it's one of those things, like I said, you have to take it with a grain of salt. ICO ratings isn't, a big security company, but if they do those rankings, you want to keep it in mind. But the inquiry for this actual hack is still at its very early stages, and police are continuing to work with Cryptopia to establish what has happened. And now, like we said yesterday, we'll be following this story to see what happens, because it could be some inside job stuff. Maybe not, simply because the people who run Cryptopia are very well respected in New Zealand. And they're basically saying, like, hey, we have a lot of business people that work with us. We wouldn't hack our own stuff. So like I said, we'll see, because people who want to make millions or billions of dollars are usually really good at lying. So let's see. Hugging the blockchain. How you doing? Yo, what's up? Sergeant Crypto. What's going on, man? And yeah, Crypto Q. Absolutely. Man in the middle attack. Yeah, man in the browser attack. They can lay dormant for a while and then actually come out later. So you feel protected. You get, kind of soften your security stuff, and then boom, here it comes. So yeah, definitely there. And like I said before, Cryptopia, they're having their own problems, but we'll follow that. We'll keep following that story to let you know how it's going. So moving forward, some great news. One of my favorite companies in the space, Bitwage. Bitwage now lets firms pay salaried staff in crypto. So shout out to Bitwage. Give them a good big hand there. Oh yeah. So Bitwage is partnering with a payroll company to give more firms the ability to pay their workers in cryptocurrency. If you remember, we've discussed Bitwage before. Bitwage was a way to pay contractors in Bitcoin, which was, pretty straightforward. However, when it came to the W-2s or the 1099s, the contractors had to handle it, not the company. So for instance, if you work for a company and you said, I wanted to be paid in crypto, you would have to be a contractor. They would pay that contract out, and then you would handle the tax side of it. However, now Bitwage CEO Jonathan Chester has stated that they have partnered with an HR company Simply Efficient HR, in order to provide salaried employees with crypto. So if you have a company right now and you have people on your payroll, this option is available for you. The new service lets companies pay in crypto. The tax portion is converted into dollars and paid out in accordance with current tax systems. So if you're worried about compliance, those things are in place with Bitwage. And Bitwage has been around for a long time. However, most people haven't, been accustomed to it or used it, because if you have a regular everyday job, most people aren't looking to get paid in Bitcoin simply because it wasn't ready for it to happen. Now we're getting to a stage where people may look to, the money they make and say, well, it's not covering much, but if I can get it in Bitcoin, maybe I may be able to make some money, maybe during a bull run or long term. So Bitwage bridges the gap between Bitcoin and the traditional finance system, something that we've always discussed. These are the companies we like. Paxful's controller said in a statement, Paxful simply sends Bitcoins to an address, and our employees receive net checks with the proper federal and state taxes withheld. So I'm sure they have a snapshot of time of when you send it so that the value will transfer across. And, honestly, I think this is great for the space, great for business owners. If you own a business and you have a payroll, you can offer it to them or they can ask you. So definitely good to see from Bitwage. And last but not least in there, I just wanted to say it was founded in 2014. currently have 11 full-time staff, some of which who get as much as 15% of their own wages in crypto. So if you work for this company, if you want to get 10%, 50%, that's something that you could definitely do right now, today, in the crypto space. So shout out to Bitwage. Definitely. And moving forward, our last story of the day, like I said, not a lot of news stories today, but I did want to shout out to one of the best personalities in the space. CEO of BitMEX, Arthur Hayes, actually has put out their new report. And he actually has stated that crypto firms have a failure for poo-poo ICOs, and basically said gravity is a bitch. His actual tweet was, when you create poo-poo out of thin air, gravity is a bitch. Check out the latest report from BitMEX research on ICOs. And these are the CEOs we like, because in all honesty, if you got enough money and you have enough power and you have a good running company, you should be able to talk and dress the way you want, which is something I'm a big proponent of. For years, didn't really get in good with corporate life, simply because I couldn't wear what I wanted, I couldn't say what I wanted, and I'm very, very adamant about being in control. So yeah, it's good to see a CEO who comes out and speaks his mind, and also has a very smart collaboration with token analysts to reveal that ICO teams in 2018 gifted themselves a grand total of 24.2 billion worth of crypto tokens. Man, so basically they were issuing tokens, people were giving them hard Bitcoin or money, and they basically were just selling at the top. The abstract of the piece is a quick state that in reality, liquidity was too low for this value to be realized, adding that the true value has fallen down to 5 billion due to the crypto bear market, and 1.5 billion worth of transfers from team address clusters have gone through. So basically what they're saying is, even if you had a token that was useless and people bought into it, if there wasn't enough liquidity on the exchange, you could only sell at certain points based on, because when the bull run happened last year from 6 to 20, it was basically any coin that was thrown out there had a spike in price at some point. You could have just set a sell order at 100 or 200% on any altcoin last year, and you would have been fine. You might have made a little more, but you literally every coin went up at least 100 or 200%. So this research is based on 108 tokens, which at their all-time high were worth 80 billion in total, representing a $70 billion loss from the peak value. But once again, they wouldn't have been able to, even get that much based on liquidity issues. However, if you did have some, if you were able to market it like it's the new world computer or wherever people were marketing all of these new different blockchains as, if you were able to do it correctly, you did have liquidity. And if you made some money early in crypto, which I've seen this before on Telegram, there were a lot of whales who made money on Poloniex and Mt. Gox back in the day, took that money and basically just rolled ICOs once a year. They just put out an ICO, people invested, they pushed the price up so people would buy it thinking it was profitable, sold, left, and went and did another ICO. So that is very common in this space. Very good to see BitMEX putting out this report. It also concludes that ICO teams may have profited by 13 billion in total from ICOs. So if you're looking at a lot of these coins, you don't see developers active on GitHub. You don't see any type of news from us or on any crypto news places. The CEO is hiding. The developers are not really on Twitter at all. If you start to see those signs, then you probably got. However, long term, I think some of these projects are, pretty good for the future. So let's see what we got in the comments. Let's see. PFC Wells. Yeah, Bitwage is dope. Absolutely. Love it. Love what they're doing. Crypto Key was good. Was good, brother. And Crypto Culture was up. So yeah, no more comments in there. Once again, shout out to BitMEX for this report, which every time they've put out, been a great report. Definitely a lot of good research that goes into it, partnering with token analysts. So that is our show for today. Once again, like I said earlier, we are doing a 100,000 Cryptic Coin giveaway. Their lottery is on Friday. This giveaway is in lieu of their first year anniversary of Cryptic Coin being around. Once again, it is a privacy coin with a desktop wallet for Linux, Apple, and Windows currently, and it is listed on 5 exchanges. So definitely a new coin to look out for as far as privacy is concerned, because in my opinion, privacy is probably the biggest sector that cryptocurrency can solve. And that's definitely why we're doing it. The 2 questions you have to answer is 1, what is a future use case of Cryptic Coin? And 2, what have you learned from us here at the Gentlemen of Crypto? Very simple. Like I said, this will be running until Friday. You have until Friday to give your answer, and we will choose a winner then. There is a third step, which we'll post in the description of a few people you need to follow on Twitter. However, you do those first two steps, you are entered into the lottery. So absolutely make sure you get in there, comment those two questions. And I'll say it again for some people, I believe they did see it. How or what do you think Cryptic Coin will be used for in the future use cases? And also, what have you learned from us here at the Gentlemen of Crypto? Two very simple questions, and we will be giving out that free Cryptic Coin on Friday. So once again, thank you all for watching the Gentlemen of Crypto. Glad you all could tune in on Hump Day, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people.